I always just tell people, racing's like a super addictive drug. You get, going on it and you can't stop.
When you get taken to a race by your dad when you're a little kid and you get, the bug bites right there. That was probably 45 years ago. I basically grew up around club racing, went club racing myself.
When I was 13, my dad took me to my first race, which was a midget race at Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. I said, this is the coolest thing I have ever seen, and I really want to be involved.
My oldest brother ran a team in Colorado, so I've been going to the racetrack to SCCA events and stuff since the late 80s.
As a kid, I went to the races with my dad and his best friend, and we did dirt tracks all around the Minneapolis area. And when I was 16, I went to a track here just a few miles from the shop here, and I started working for a guy doing tires. And that just lit the fire, and I've been racing ever since.
My dad raced back before he and my mom were married. He just did hill climbs, and of course, as a 14-year-old kid going to a race, an SCCA race, and you're immediately hooked. When I turned 18, went and did my driver's schools and got my license and started racing.
At an early age, my older brother and I started to follow road racing, which was of course huge in Europe, and started to hitchhike to racetracks and sneak under the fence to watch races, whether Formula 3 or sports car races, and eventually Formula 1 races.
My dad and my grandpa were both, they loved racing, and kind of got bit by that bug. Going back to when I was a kid, my dad would have Formula 1 on for race weekends, watching the races every Sunday morning.
I had a motorcycle accident where I got hit by a car and was in the hospital for quite some time, all about a year, and decided after that, as crazy as it sounds, that it's probably safer to actually race motorcycles than continue riding them on the road. So I ended up racing in Germany and the European Championship, 250, 350 and 500cc GP bikes for a couple of years, and then tried switching to cars, did Formula Renault. After I actually moved to the States, ended up doing one season here in a stock car.
It's a bit of everything, right? Just the raw speed is incredible. The fact that someone straps into this thing that'll hurl you through corners at 2.5 Gs. You're seeing geoloads equivalent to a space shuttle launch out of something that's got 4 wheels and an engine in the back. It's just incredible.
It's the competition, it's winning, and it's, preparing a car. I really enjoy building things, being good with your hands. It's a passion.
It's exciting, it's it's the competition. I've always been a competitive person, and this is just my sport.
It's a high, competitive environment. For me, it was a really peaceful place. It's just you focus on only one thing.
Not many people can say their office is a pit lane. I enjoy being out there and making changes and doing pit stops, and things like that. Everything's fast-paced.
There's nothing else in the world like it, and what makes it so appealing and so addictive is the challenge, and you can never have it all figured out, never. And you can apply yourself and figure something out, and then there's something new. And so the challenge is constantly evolving.
It's true, you lose more than you win, but you also learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes.
I'm in this obviously because I'm passionate about the sport, and there's nothing more fun and more satisfying to me than being around these young people that are trying so hard to compete at this very, very high level.
You have one goal in mind where you set your mind to. You just want to be competitive and be fastest and beat everybody else.
You only need one win every once in a while like we did at Sebring, and then that makes up for 100 losses.